I said, shout out to you guys for coming out and enjoying yourself. It's kind of hard to get black and brown people out in this weather. How it's cold and all that stuff like that. Especially in the next couple of months. You need puffer coats and Timbs and all that. But anyway, let's move on. Um, by a show of hands, how many people are from Manhattan? One person. Holy shit. Okay, two people. All right, cool. All right, Bronx. Figures. Right in the front. Y'all like the Wild Wild West. Now, you would not get me caught dead out in the Bronx. Seriously. Like, what is going on there? Like, my goodness. You better come with a bulletproof vest and a 45 if you going to 138th. And anyway, moving on. Brooklyn. Anybody from Brooklyn? Uh-huh. Yeah, right behind the Bronx. It figures. Mm-hmm. What part of Brooklyn? Brooklyn, New York? East New York? Jesus Christ. That's just as bad as the Bronx. What's that? J train, A train? Not quick enough. I'm just joking. White people own New York now. Sorry, white people own Harlem now. It's like that. I put it like that. When you see people, white people especially, staying on the train after 110th Street, you already knew it's been gentrified. That's all I'm gonna say, straight up. Now, I don't know, like for people, that's got a couple of old people, like maybe little 30s, 40s around here. You know what it was. Before '96, you didn't see one white person, maybe one with dreads or something like that. But he was the plug. You didn't know. Yeah, that's who he was. But they took over. It's fine. I don't care. I'm trying to get the fuck out of New York. But anyway, Queens. Anybody from Queens beside me? All right, cool. Where in Queens? Ooh, bougie. All right. Is that like Left Rack City and all that shit? It's like that over there? Oh, all right. Okay, that's gonna be ungentrified soon. Trust me on that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Crazy. No migrants here, right? Okay, cool. Mm. That didn't go anywhere. Oops. No migrants here? Any migrants? Migrants? No. No. All right. Yeah. ¿Qué? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? Huh? Eh? Yeah. No, just joking. I said, my ex-wife was Puerto Rican. But anyway, Staten Island? Definitely not. Republicanville. Yeah. I stayed out there for like 2 years, and that was too much for me. Because the rent was cheaper 2 years ago. That's why. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who's the smart ass in the back that said that? Who was that? All right. I'll see you after the show. All right. I'm just joking. Like I said, it's all love. Before I was a podcaster, I did comedy for like 10 years. And, I don't do that anymore because it doesn't pay the bills. But moving on. So, I'm at this point where, as a New Yorker, it's starting to piss me off. Like, I'm tired of its city, it's dirty, it's nasty. Like I said, our mayor is a cosplayer like yourself, but, you're way better than he is. I just want to just don't put his head into direct sunlight because you will probably go blind. Seriously, he has those suits from Steve Harvey's garage sale. Shout out to you, brother. But I just, I'm never voting black again. That's all I'm gonna say. ever. Sorry. I just can't do it. It's all love. But we had our first black president years ago. We had our first orange president after that, and now we have our first quartz president. Oh my goodness! Joe Biden. What is he, like 1,000 now? I mean, I said I don't know if I seen him or I seen the Crypt Keeper like on TV the other day. Tales for the Crypt, I'm like live and stuff like, Jesus Christ. Good. You know, I'm just, like I said, I used to be this nice, like cheery, like nice, good looking person, but not anymore. Ever since I had a kid, I'm just like, you used to not value sleep when you didn't have children, but once you have a kid, like that's like your life. It's like to go sleep and just, that. But that'll be like for 5 minutes until they wake you up. But anyway, moving along, and it's just so I just really just don't understand why people are the way they are, but I could care less. I don't know if that's I understand it to you or weird to you, but have you like that. But it's kind of crazy to me how people just come out and just show their ass, for no money. Like you're just going out there, and on a train and all this other stuff, and Showtime, all this stuff. I hate that shit. Like seriously, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see you flipping off the rails and all the other things. I'm trying to go to work. I want to hear that. I want to hear your bongo drums. I don't want to get the motherland, all this other stuff, because if you came back before all this shit happened, none of this would go on. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to ask you for no spare change. What the fuck is spare change? If I had change to spare, you wouldn't have it. That's all I'm going to say. Seriously. I get it. People are homeless. I understand that. But, I'm not going to support your habit either, because we already know where it's going most of the time. That's all I'm going to say. So shout out to the weed smokers. I know some of y'all smoke weed out here. Anybody smokes weed? Anybody smoke weed? Anybody smokes weed? Exactly. Anybody going to give somebody money for weed? Exactly. That was 30 years ago. I was 8. Now I'm showing my age. The Lunas, I get it. Yes. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just because you're the guest doesn't mean you take over the show. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Yes. Be nice, Aaron. Be nice. But you know, are we being like recorded, like by the government or something like that? That's what it sounds like. Anyway, but it's really, like I said, I had a show lined up and I had people going at, but I'm just going off the top of my head. And this is what I usually do with my podcast. That's why I call it Aaron Smith Can't Lose, because I really can't, because I don't give a fuck. Like, that's what it comes down to, like, that's basically the show. I've done it for 6 seasons. 6 seasons. This will be the last one. The 5th season was actually supposed to be the final season, but my wife got tired of me bitching about I couldn't finish it and all this other stuff. She's like, you get your ass down to that show and you finish this and be done with it, because I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm like, yes, ma'am. But clearly she wears the pants in the family. I just borrowed these today, so I don't know, whatever. But it's that's pretty much how I am. That's how I've always been. That's how I've been with my comedy. Just outlandish, out there, outspoken. Kind of get blamed for that nowadays. You can't really say what you want to say without somebody be like, oh, I'm offended. I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's basically, it doesn't matter, because you're going to say what you want to say anyway, so I'm going to talk about it anyway, so why would I be offended anyway? I just don't understand that. I don't understand why people are so offended by everything. Literally everything. Oh my God, it's raining outside. You're not in control of that. Like, I'm offended that you have an umbrella. Like, what the fuck? Really? I don't want to get wet. Like, hoodies that work by themselves to me. Honestly, I'm not trying to catch cold. Bad enough you got COVID, SARS, Corona, smelly people in the train. All that. I'm not trying to smell that shit. There's one point in time where I just put a mask on to not smell people on a train. I'm sorry. I just don't want to do it. I really don't do it. Like I said, I feel bad for you. I understand that people are homeless, but soap is $1. You can wash your ass, even if it's hot in the summer. Turn the sprinkler on. You just run through that motherfucker. You'll be good. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, that's what gets me in trouble. Telling the truth and being myself. And I can understand that. And yes, okay, yeah, there is a certain ex-president that go too far with that, and that's his prerogative because he has the Caucasian for the persuasion. But anyway, let's moving on. But that's just who he is. But that people like that just go way too far. I'm not rich enough to do that, where I could just go off and flip my mouth off. And who gives a fuck anyway? But as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to say what I want to say anyway. And I encourage people to do that as well. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to take chances. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to just do something that you don't want to do. Because life is short. You want to fuck that bitch, you go out there, you go and you fuck that bitch. You want to fuck that dude, you go out there and you fuck that dude. Because life is short, and who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I wore this Tupac shirt today, and they caught the killer who was basically been stitching on himself for the past 15, 20 years that saying that I did the shit. Congratulations, but yeah, it's a shame that he didn't. His mother didn't get to see that they got the guy, and let's hopefully this is it. Maybe they can go to Diddy's house and find the evidence. But moving on. I I I, I like him, but I don't like him. He's like one of those people. It's like you shake their hand, and you gotta wash your hand, and put it in sanitizer, and then bleach it, and then all that other stuff. Put it under the sun, and just get all that thing going. But there's always been rumors about him. Always about rumors. Way enough more than my 30-minute time limit that will get to me. But anyway, let's hopefully that will be resolved, and maybe they'll find Biggie's killers too. Hopefully, but they should probably look in Bad Boy office first. But anyway, moving along. Speaking of rap, it's garbage now. I don't understand why every rapper sounds like Batman now. Close enough. But I can't do the Tekashi 139 whatever his name is, Stitch Master Effects. I can't do him. Who's the other one? What's his name? I don't care. No, he's not a rapper. The Weekend. He should be the Weekday. I don't know what his name. Like he sings like somebody literally kicked him in the nuts and it went to his stomach. Heartless. I see why. Like, oh goodness, God gracious. But anyway, like I said, something. Forgive me, I just get a little carried away. I just but that's just that's just me. That's just who I am, and it's really like amazing that I used to be way worse until I got a daughter. Because I realized that now that I have a daughter, I have to be the example of the first man that she's going to see in her life, and she doesn't need to see that asshole that I was like maybe 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and I have to really just see that to myself, and if I don't do that, my wife surely will, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna smack me in the head that she sees this, but it's all right. Um, but I love her. I love her. My sister too. But does anybody have any family members that they can't stand? Anybody? Yes. Yeah. Mm. That's why they're not here tonight. Yeah, stay your ass home. Sweep the basement of that water, right? Yeah. Hmm. But I like. Oh. What do you call? Hmm? You after the show, right? No, I'm just joking. There's no teasing. There's nothing like that. It's like the movies. You silence all cell phones during the show, or you will get called out. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be nice about it. If he really wants it, he'll call you back. What? What babysitter? What's a babysitter? The crib? The crib's up. The crib's my babysitter when she goes to sleep. That's the babysitter shit. I don't trust nobody right now. That shit, the Bronx. That was terrible. It's horrible. I be under the jail. But anyway, that's a little dark. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm a little, crazy, a little bit and stuff like. I have all the sports teams that are terrible. The Mets, the Jets, the Knicks. They're all terrible. We say that you're a New York fan of sports, you're going to be a little pissed off, a little bitter. And I know, but they're the best. Yeah, they haven't been best in like maybe like 5, 6 years. So stop it. They're terrible. They have this $1 billion stadium, and the projects is right behind it. So stop it. Enough. Stop it, please. At least the Mets give out free tickets. They should be free. All of them. But anyway, let's move on. Anyway, did he call you back? Did he text you back? Did you? You sure? You need a minute? No? Okay, go. I'm the man. It was his phone. Oh, listen, it's 2023. I don't judge nobody for anything. Man, woman, beast, child. Hey, it's your life. That's fine. That's what you want to do. That's on you. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like I said, I used to be one time, oh, you're going to hell. Like that's not my choice. Like that's not gonna. That's not how. I don't have to weigh over that. That's not gonna be like I'm gonna be in line like heaven like and you interrupted my set that day so go to hell all that stuff that. Oh, oh, what service you got? Metro piece of shit. Yeah, me too. Terrible service. Like I said, I'd rather have a rotary phone than Metro piece of shit. Remember the rotary phone? It sure does, and it takes long to have to dial. But you know what? That's what I miss about the old phones, cause you can't like violently like press send or end on your phone. You can do that on your regular phone, but I miss the. That's the like fuck you. What you gonna do? But did you pay your bill? Okay. Alright. Awesome. That's great. Well, you got the $40 plan? All right. Awesome. Me too. Did I pay my bill? Ah, shit. Anyway, doesn't matter. How much time I got left? Huh? 5 minutes? Hmm. 5 minutes, huh? Hmm. I should just sit here for 5 minutes and just do this. They'd be like, what's wrong with him? But a lot of things. But anyway, so it's just really interesting to just be here and just to talk with you guys and just be myself and you know I appreciate that and it's really just cool to just shoot the shit with you guys and just have a good time and I don't know who the fuck you are. I probably never see you again, but that's fine by me too, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, see it like this. I'm like I guess that's it. Yeah. Thank you. And drive home safe. Yeah. I heard somebody bust their ass. Who's that? Ooh. Oh, follow me on De'Aaron